Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, January 2nd, and welcome to the second calendar year of AM Chatter. Good morning, boys. How are you?
Happy New Year.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Can't believe it's 2024, but clearly the trend of 2024, good-looking facial hair. So it's good to see. I think it's going to be a great year for good-looking men everywhere.
I don't disagree. I think that's a good analogy you put out there.
Everyone had a great New Year's Eve, I assume. No one got too crazy?
Nah, good.
No, resting in bed. That's about all we did.
That's good. That's good. Well, I was doing some analysis on interest rates after the end of 2023. Even though we had a crazy year, started about mid sixes with the interest rates, got up to about 8%, finished right about where we started, mid sixes. So I thought that was pretty crazy, pretty volatile year, I would say. Going back, looking at the expectations, the predictions at the beginning of 2023, no one had that. No one had rates going to 8 and then staying where they are. Pretty much everyone had rates dropping last year, the experts. And we know that didn't happen. Again, going into 2024, all the experts are predicting a rate drop. Will it happen? Will it not? Let's get a little 2024 prediction here. We'll start from the bottom. Thomas, what do you see in 2024?
I think we have a little bit of stability. And that's something we actually haven't had in a few years now. We've been up and down and all around. I think we are going to remain stable here, possibly get to, the 5.575 mark at some point during the year. But I do think that they're going to remain stable around the low sixes.
Okay, I agree. Again, the Fed is saying there's going to be some rate drops in 2024. But that isn't going to be right away. We don't expect that to be the first meeting that the Fed has in 24. Really don't expect it to the second or third quarter. So I think Tom is right that we're going to see pretty stable rates here at the beginning of the year. God forbid any economic news. But yeah, Anthony, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to at some point during the year. I mean, some of the programs we have, we're already, in the high fives. So I think the standard rates are going to be, they're close enough where we may hit the high fives. I don't think we're going to get down to, COVID level for sure.
Yep, I agree with you too, Anth. I mean, again, we should see some stability of rates in the short term. We got a busy week this week. Ever since the Fed kind of made their announcement beginning of December, rates dropped and then they've been stable here since then. Now we're going to have some new reports, jobs reports, things like that coming out this week that we'll see where they're going to go in the short term. But here in 2024, we do want to educate everyone a little bit about where rates are going. Maybe we can start making our own predictions in some cases of where rates are going. And that's why we're going to start looking at candlestick charts. Candlestick charts are very important. Maybe you're a day trader and you've seen candlestick charts before. Maybe you've never seen a candlestick chart ever in your life. So, Anthony's hitting the button to me here, so we'll get to it. So a candlestick is what we use in the mortgage world to kind of judge what's going on a day-to-day basis. So when we start looking at candlesticks, you will see this. It's something that looks like a candlestick. You have a body, and then you have the wicks. They can be different colors. They can be green. They can be red. In the mortgage world, a candlestick is equivalent to one single day. So if you day trade, if you do any other sort of trading, a candlestick could be an hour. It could be a couple hours. It could be a day. It could be a week. For mortgage purposes, one candlestick equals 1 day. So when you look at the candlestick chart, it's always going to, each day is going to look like this. It's either going to be green or it's going to be red, depending on what has happened that day. Now, the green or the red only bases itself off of where the markets closed the day before. So if it's green, that means that it's closed better than it closed yesterday. All right. So in the body of the candlestick, depending on how big or small it is, that will show how much movement has happened in the day. Also with the wicks, depending on how big or small the wicks are, it will show you the highest it got throughout the day, and it will show you the lowest it got throughout the day. So it really is just a day per day chart looking of what mortgage-backed securities did. And of course, in the mortgage world, that's what we use to estimate or to show where interest rates are going. Now, you can't just look at the candlesticks. There's many other factors that we will get into throughout the year. But just to give you an idea, by the end of the year, we're going to be able to look at a candlestick chart just like this. This is a year-long, June to June candlestick chart. And we're going to be able to see where rates have moved and where we're going to predict them to go. So this is going to come in 2024. We're going to get a little bit high-level knowledge. We're not going to spend a ton of time on it, but just for your future reference, and Anth, we're done sharing here. That's what we're going to be doing coming in 2024. So I'm excited. I think we can start doing a little bit of predicting. We can start showing some resistance levels. We can start showing 200-day averages compared to 25-day averages. And that's where we get into predicting where rates are going to go. Now, we're not Nostradamus. We're not here to tell you exactly what's going to happen with the market. But the reason this can be valuable to us and even to you guys as realtors out there is locking in your interest rate. If we can look at the short term and maybe predict that something positive will happen in the next 5 to 7 days, or maybe something negative is going to happen in the next 5 to 7 days, maybe we want to lock your rate in, maybe we want to float your rate. You know, that can depend on what a buyer's interest rate is. And we're going to do this not just with flipping a coin, but what the market is telling us, so we can accurately get your buyers the best rate as possible.
No, that was good stuff there. Good high level stuff, and a great introduction into our new segment this year.
Yeah, I mean, we all have access to this at West Penn Financial. We all sent out your weekly updates. You all get that information from all of us, right? What's going on in the market, what the analysis is, where we expect rates to go. We're going to be taking all of that same information and just, throwing it in the chatter a little bit, giving everyone highlights of what's coming, what's not coming, and just what to expect to try to inform their buyers of where the market is.
No. Yeah, I think it'll be a good segment we have this year for you guys. Ryan, the Rate Wrangler, and we'll keep you informed.
Well, I just saw on Facebook, this is the 4th year of Bam Bam the Lone Dog. So he's been out there sniffing out rates for 4 years now. So we're going to keep it coming in 2024 to make sure that we get the best rates possible. But like Anthony said, because we have so many different types of programs with multiple different investors, it is so important to get that pre-approval and second look, just because buyers aren't aware of all the different mortgage programs out there. And if you're only talking to one lender, you're not going to get the full look at everything. So just please, oh please, in 2024, take care of your buyers. They don't do this every day. they don't really know what they're doing. They may think they understand something because they Googled a couple things and they became a real estate expert overnight. But help them look at their estimates. Show them that they may be saving thousands or spending thousands when they don't have to. It's a little silly, again, that a lot of lenders have the exact identical mortgage programs, but some people charge thousands of dollars more. I don't know how many times we have to scream it and say it, but if you want to protect your clients and be the best for your clients, you got to look out for their costs as well. Mr. LaPera, you have anything to finish up on?
I agree with that 100%. I mean, there's too many times we're doing second looks, and a lot more with a higher interest rate when they have the options right here at West Bend Financial.
Absolutely. There you go, boys. We will see you Friday. Have a great 2024.
Have a good 2024. Later.